Hey there, from the KUOW newsroom, this is Seattle Now. I'm Ruby DeLuna with a roundup of today's top stories. It's Monday, July 28th. Across Washington, immigration arrests are increasingly targeting people with no criminal history. That's according to newly released ICE records, as Gustavo Sagredo reports.
From President Trump's inauguration to late June, ICE has made around 780 arrests in Washington. That's 3 times more than Biden's last few months over a similar period of time. Under Trump, more than 42% of arrests are immigrants with no criminal history. That's all according to ICE records published by UC Berkeley's Deportation Data Project. The records cover administrative arrests. That's when ICE detains someone because they either suspect or know the person is in the country without legal status. Arrests of people facing criminal charges have also increased. So now, overall, people with criminal convictions have become a smaller share of arrests. This trend in arrests runs counter to messaging from ICE officials, including on the social media pages for the Seattle field office, where daily posts highlight people with serious criminal convictions, which is not the majority of who they're arresting. Gustavo Sagredo, KUOW News.
Deborah Juarez, a former Seattle City Council member, is back in her previous post.
The City Council has appointed you as council member to the City Council District 5 position until a candidate in the November 2026 general election is elected and qualified.
That's Council President Sarah Nelson. By a vote of 7-1, the Council today voted to appoint Juarez to the District 5 seat. The position has been vacant after Kathy Moore stepped down earlier this month, citing health reasons. After taking the oath of office, Juarez acknowledged the other 5 finalists and thanked the Council.
I'm really emotional right now. I think that people thought that I walked into this room thinking this was mine. I've never walked into a room thinking anything's mine.
Juarez was first elected to the Seattle City Council in 2015 and served 2 terms. Her return, she noted in her application, would be as a caretaker. Next week, people in King County will vote on a tax to pay for parks. Casey Martin reports the levy will fund ongoing and new projects.
Redmond's Marymore Park is the largest in the county. There's a big dog park, trails.
Lots of space for the kids to run around. They love to play on the playground, get them to burn off some energy.
Tim On likes that the park has a lot to offer his kids, but it could use some improvements, he says.
That slide down there is stainless steel, so it gets hot. So probably some more shaded areas for the young kiddos.
Marymore could get $16 million in upgrades and repairs over the next 6 years. That's part of the nearly $1.5 billion levy King County wants voters to pay for. The owner of a median-valued home would pay about $2.50 more per month. Voters have until next Tuesday to get their ballots in the mail or a drop box. At Marymore Park, I'm Casey Martin, KUOW News.
A recent executive order by President Trump aims to overhaul how cities and states handle homelessness, but it's not clear yet how it might affect policies in the Seattle area. Among other things, the order aims to make it easier for authorities to force homeless people into mental health institutions. Reporter Will James covers homelessness for KUOW. He says some Seattle area policymakers have been supportive of those involuntary commitments.
We've expanded it so that people who are disabled by drug use can now be involuntarily committed in certain situations. And, even this current city council has considered expanding this.
Trump's order appears to target policies that prioritize getting people into housing before addressing other issues such as addiction. It directs his cabinet to withhold federal funding from cities that follow so-called housing-first approaches. The city of Seattle says some people may have been hit with improper late fees from Comcast. The issue is the short month of February. A new audit of the cable provider found that Comcast imposed late fees for February bills too soon before a proper grace period had passed. Comcast disputes that. The city also found that Comcast does not publicize its services for people with disabilities. The company says it'll include that information now in its welcome kits. public health officials are pressing pause on shellfish harvesting in much of Puget Sound. They've found unsafe levels of paralytic shellfish poison on several local beaches. That includes on much of the shoreline from Alki Point to Dash Point State Park. The closure also covers the eastern part of Vashon and Maury Islands, including Quartermaster Harbor. People who eat shellfish contaminated by the toxin can develop nervous system issues and paralysis. And finally today, former Mariners outfielder Ichiro Suzuki has made history again, becoming the first Japanese player to be inducted into Major League Baseball's Hall of Fame. During his induction ceremony on Sunday, Ichiro joked about his wacky sense of humor.
People often measure me by my records. 3,000 hits, 10 gold gloves, 10 seasons of 200 hits. Not bad, huh? But the truth is, without baseball, you would say, this guy's such a dumbass.
Ichiro was a near-unanimous choice for Cooperstown. He fell one vote shy of being the first position player to be unanimously voted into the Hall of Fame. The Mariners plan to retire Ichiro's number 51 on August 9th. And that's all for today from the KUOW Newsroom in Seattle. Our producer is Andy Hurst. I'm Ruby DeLuna. Seattle Now and KUOW are members of the NPR network. See you later.